We're going to talk about good mental health. What does that look like? What does it look like for you to have good mental health? And like I said, I am a licensed therapist. I am also the host of the Mental Health Today show, and I am also have a group called Keep Calm Academy. If you are wanting to work on your mental health and to find a group that you will be encouraged, I want to encourage you to go to Keep Calm Academy, which is a private Facebook group on Facebook. So you find it, go on Facebook, type in the search bar, Keep Calm Academy, click on join, and I want you to be a part of that. And I want you to work on your mental health. And so, what does that look like? What does that mean to have good mental health? Well, you think about your hygiene and think about what it is that you need to work on. So I call it my big five, and that is working on your sleep, working on what you eat, your health, healthy diet, being able to drink enough water, to exercise. And then the fifth one is to socialize. You need to be able to socialize. What is it that you need? You need support. You need a support network. And that's what Keep Calm Academy does. It helps you to be able to be in a part of a community where you may not be able to have a community anywhere else. So I want to encourage you to work on your mental health, whether you have anxiety, whether you have depression, if it's something that you are struggling with. And if you're watching this, or maybe you've heard me on podcast, on the Mental Health Today show podcast, maybe you've heard me talk about what you can do to be encouraged when you have anxiety or when you have depression. Because one of the things that happens when you have that depression, I just got off seeing a client, had all day clients today, and the common theme was their anxiety got the best of them. And what I mean by that is their anxiety triggered this inner critic. And when you start thinking like there's something wrong with you because if you have anxiety or stress or depression, or when you feel like that you are a failure because you have anxiety, when you start allowing the negative inner critic to take over and you start feeling like there's something wrong with you, no one else has this. I am the only one. I feel like a reject. I feel like people can they know that I struggle and so they don't want to be my friend. Have you been there? Have you thought that? Have you felt that? I'm sure you have. A lot of people who struggle with their anxiety or with depression, or maybe it's just a lot of stress. They struggle with that inner dialogue that they think that nobody wants to be around them, and that's not true. And so, how do you battle the thoughts in your mind, the negative thoughts? We call them thinking traps. When you feel like that you can predict the future, or you catastrophize, things are terrible. And when you think about the future as impending doom, that something bad is going to happen, when you allow those thoughts to influence your feeling, then it influences your behavior. It's got you, right? You know what I mean? So maybe you have social anxiety and you feel like that other people know and they think that you're somehow not a great person. And so you think you know that you mind read, or you feel like you predict the future, or you do all kinds of you should, all the things you should and all the things you could, right? You shoulda, coulda. And you allow those thoughts to influence you. And when you allow those thoughts to influence you, then it keeps you from doing things that you want to do, right? So if you have social anxiety and you allow the anxiety to keep you from socializing, and then it's what happens is that negative thought cycle goes around and around and around. So the thought, that's there's something wrong with me. The feeling, you feeling shame, embarrassment, and then the behavior is you don't go out, you don't go and talk to people, or maybe it keeps you from enjoying life, or maybe like I was talking to someone earlier today that they are on medical leave because they can't go to work because of their anxiety is so bad. They have panic attacks. They have the anxiety that the internal battle that they're going with. They allow those thoughts to influence them in a negative way. And so when you have good mental health means that you work on you work on your mental health.